What's going on YouTube? It's Carbine Joey, and I'm back with another video. This video is part 2 of using my Ruger 22 Charger pistol with the ProMag 70 round drum. I had one of my subscribers leave me a comment. I wasn't able to use it at that time, and I should have had put the magazine in there. In a way, I'm happy I didn't, because I found a con that, it's not a big one, but I'll explain to you a second. I have no issues besides if you try to shoot too fast. If you're like trying to get that trigger movement too quick, it jammed up on me. Like doing extremely fast. Now, if I would do it like boom, 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 I didn't have any issue. Now, when I was trying to go like this, it would jam on me. Besides that, one by one, no issue. A little faster, no issue. A little faster, no issue. It was just when I was trying to go crazy with it. It very well didn't heat up. It just ran fine. Now, the con about this, and again, I only use CCIs. So I'm not going to tell you I use this, that. I use CCIs, either hollow points, stingers, or whatever CCI got. To me, those are the most reliable 22 rounds. For me anyway. Alright, so this magazine would not go in to the rifle unless the bolt is back and locked, or you see how that round sticks up. Alright, that round is up there pretty high. And I looked at the BXs, and they're the same thing. They stick out like that. But what it is with these, this part right here is slightly higher, like not even noticeable. But if you try to bring this down, you're gonna mess it up. So there's two ways you can use this. You put the bolt, hold your bolt back. Again, this firearm is empty. There's nothing in there. So I'm gonna get a better, there you go, that's a better angle. So it's empty anyway. So if you try to stick this in with the bolt lock, it does not lock. See, there's a release lever. It will not lock at all. Unless you go ahead, you have to put it in. If you try to do it easy, it just won't lock. So the way I figured it, I would put it in, and I would, you saw what I just did there. Alright, I would put it in, and like that is not going to go. It'll just stay there forever. So what I do is I go forward, side to side, until it decides it wants to lock. That's too much time messing with that. Alright, so here's my way. Alright, at the beginning, this is what I did. I went ahead and locked the bolt back. It goes right in. Locks right away. No problem. But when you let that go, the bolt go, you're going to be sitting there. Unless you're going to shoot it, you're going to have a live round. So I was like, well, that's not a big con, but let's see why it's doing that. And that's when I figured out it was that slight lip. But that's not a big issue. Now, another way you can get it in there without worrying about a live round being in there, with the bolt closed. Close your bolt. You have to get that round. Let me see there. You have to get that round to drop, because for some reason it sits a little too high. So what I do is I drop the round. See how it just disappeared? Drop the round just so it's, away from there. Get it in. Let's see. Get it in. And then sometimes they'll lock. It's better when you're doing it side to side. See, so I got it down, and sometimes they'll lock, sometimes they won't. See what I'm saying? There you go. You got to do all that crazy movement just to get it to lock. That's a pain in the butt. So what I was just doing, I was just like, screw it. I wouldn't put the magazine into it. until it was time for me to start firing this one. But besides that, it ran great. I loaded it with all 70. It was fine until I started going too fast on it. Besides that, there was no deformation on the top lip of the magazine. You know, it didn't melt or anything like that, which I was worried about, but it didn't. Has a good spring. If you just shoot it regularly or just tap a little quicker, you ain't gonna have no issues. But do not try to put no cheap rounds in there. You need, you know, that extra power. I can't tell you that for sure, but I just know after reading in forums and stuff like that, CCI is the best for these ProMag 70 rounds. So right now it's, you know, empty, but it's just a lot of stuff you got to go through when you're, you know, gonna deal with that. You know, you got to sit here, hold this down, put it in there, wiggle, and that's too much of a pain. Now it all depends. You know, like I could sit here now and stick it in there and push back, it'll work, but that's not gonna happen every single time. See, I gotta move it around and do all this stuff for it to lock. It's just a pain. You know, that now it's locked in. But who wants to go through all that when you're out there trying to have fun, right? So, like I said, the best way to do it, just have that bolt open and insert the magazine. You ain't got to hold it back or nothing. You just push it right in. It will lock into place right away. All right, locks in, but you're gonna have to lock, you know, load around. That was the only thing that I found that I didn't like about it, but it's not a deal breaker. It's cool to have that instead of having a BX15, the BX25 magazines. You know, you can have a lot of fun with this. And what, you know, CCIs are, depending on where you go now, they're like $13, $15 for, you know, 100 rounds. So, you know, you can have some real good fun with this. Besides that, it's a good magazine. Universal Law was the subscriber, and thank you very much for pointing that out to me. But I didn't want to install it until I knew it was going to work. So that's the only thing I found wrong with it. A friend of mine also used it on another 1022, and it was the same issue. He had to open the bolt back or stick it in. Sometimes it'll lock right into place. Sometimes it was a little wiggle here. So we matched them up, and matter of fact, I got a BX15 right here. See, these feed lips are, you know, made out of steel, but they have a bigger curve. Let me see if I could show you that. There's a bigger curve to these. All right, they're more flat on top. These are more like at a, you know, slant shape. So I don't know if that has to do with it. I'm not a blacksmith or anything like that, but they are built differently, and these are the same exact size on the bottom part, like this part here. But when it gets to this part, they're slightly smaller, but the Ruger ones are flat on top, and the ProMags come out at an angle. So I don't know if that's it, you know, but just wanted to let y'all know that's what I found on it. Besides that, I had an awesome time for the money that it costs. It's good. You take this, you know, you take, you know, one or two of these of your Ruger magazines, you know, what, $20, $30, and you'd be out there for a while, you know, practicing, you know, getting your finger training right and your stands and all that stuff. But I loved it. It worked fine. Besides when I went too fast, and you know, getting it in there. So the rest of the day, I just went ahead and put it in, and drop the bolt. It does it, drops the bolt really easy. I don't like doing that on when I'm not gonna have it, to shoot it. I don't like to have the round in there, But once get it locked in, it goes right in. Pushes the round. You ain't gotta push it, no nothing. It just slides the round right in, and it comes out, pretty good. I would do it now, but I don't want YouTube to take my video down because I just chambered a live round. So just want to let y'all know about that. Besides that, if you're interested, go for it. They're pretty fun. If there's something else you want to see about this round or the Ruger, just leave me a comment and I'll do whatever I gotta do. Thank you for all my old subscribers that have been with me for a few years. My new subscribers, please just like, comment if you want, and share the video if you like. Also, trying to build up my subscribers again. I had a pretty big YouTube channel, a couple of years ago, but because of health issues, I had to take it down. But now I'm back into it again, and when I see comments and people watching my videos, it makes it all worth it. All right, YouTube. Thank you once again, and y'all guys have a blessed day.